Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to TSP TV. And in this episode, we're going to have a little look at this viral sensation, strange phenomenon that's been going around the last week and has possibly been something you've seen on your news feeds on a daily basis, is healthcare workers and the TikTok dance challenge. And in efforts to flatten the curve, overwhelmed healthcare workers around the globe are taking time out of their hectic, overwhelmed schedules of treating thousands and thousands of COVID patients in this epidemic, extinction level disease virus that we are currently, fighting off in just a matter of time before humanity is extinct. Before this COVID-19 runs amok and wipes us all out. But in and amongst all this chaos and this Armageddon, in amongst this apocalyptic days that we are living in, the end of days, the pandemic, the extinction event wiping us all out, thousands and thousands of people around the globe, millions in fact, succumb to this horrifying, horrific disease. And poor health workers, they're just so overwhelmed. They've got nothing better to do, or nothing else to do rather than take time out of their busy days treating COVID patients to choreograph time-consuming dance routines and then uploading them onto TikTok and YouTube. And this has been going viral, and it's just not one incident. It's multiple incidents and examples around the globe and around the nation of these people, these healthcare workers dancing. And this is just the images, and we can see there's a few of them. And this guy here, he seems to be poking up a lot. There's good old Boris Johnson there. But that's just the image section of this. If we have a little look at the news, we'll just see how many news articles are pushing this. And here we can see there the good old CNN network are saying healthcare workers are dancing on social media to cheer up things. And here we have another one. VCU nurses show off dance moves in TikTok inspired video. What does that word say? Clara praises Jefferson Hospital nurses who perfected. They didn't just take the time to make the video, they perfected the TikTok dance challenge while working frontline. So they took time off of the front line. Let's read this one. I'm sorry, this one's interesting. It's from an article called The Voice, 8th of April 2020. Clara Carrier, I don't know how you would pronounce that, Sierra praises Philadelphia nurses who perfected level up dance challenge. Are we able to play? Is that just a picture? But there you go. You can see all these nurses, and they've got their PPE in, their personal protective equipment, their gowns and their masks. I'm not sure, though, if those are N95 masks brought to you courtesy of 3M, proud sponsors of the COVID-19 2020 pandemic. And don't forget, quilted comfort isn't reduced just to quarantine. Get yourself some Charmin Ultra quilted toilet paper while you're looking for your N95 mask. Maybe you can get it contactlessly delivered to you, courtesy of Amazon. But anyway, the nurses at Thomas Jefferson University Hospital have found a unique way to deal with the mounting stress of coronavirus pandemic. The Swab Squad, look, they've even got themselves a little catchy name. The Swab Squad is a group of float and per dime nurses that fills in for different departments at a hospital. It recently has been serving at Jefferson's drive-through COVID-19 testing center in the city. Might be some concerns for you if you were going to the Jefferson drive. You thought you had the symptoms. Maybe you wanted to go and get yourself checked out at the testing center at Jefferson's drive-through COVID testing site. But when you got there, perhaps these employees were perfecting their dance routine for the TikTok challenge. The squad has used its Instagram account, and there it is. You can follow it yourself if you want to share team chants, exercise routines, and dance moves. It's all in an effort to stay positive and flatten the curve. The group leveled up its swab game Sunday by tackling the dance challenge to Level Up by Sierra. I guess she's a pop star or something. She sings songs. Maybe that's the song that they're dancing to. help me out. I'm not really up with contemporary music and artists. But anyway, in a video that has now gone viral, and we told you things that go viral because they are made to go viral, not because people have spontaneity. I can't say that word. Spontaneously, there we go, spontaneously, I got it out in the end. I spontaneously saw these things and shared it millions and millions of times to make it go viral. It was manipulated and put into your news feeds to make it viral. Figures modified to make it look like millions of people have watched it. Perhaps we take our jobs and our patients and our resources we use seriously, they wrote on Instagram. However, we also like our team morale seriously and mental health just as serious. So that's why we ignored some patients to go and perfect our dance game. The singer took notice to the nurses' moves and posted the video to her Instagram account on Tuesday, which has now been viewed over 2.3 million times. Seeing the doctors and nurses of the TJUH pool do the level up dance brings me so much joy. And the curve is that much flatter as a result of this, really and truly. And the other thing you have to kind of notice, doesn't look like any of them are 6 feet apart, although they do have PPE, although I'm not sure if not having the N95 mask is going to actually adequately protect them. It does seem to be that mainstream do lead us to believe that there is no second choice when it comes to your pandemic mask. You do need the 3M N95 mask. That is in such short supply. I mean, you can take your chances with another mask, but seriously, 3M, the N95, that's the mask you'd be needing. But it doesn't look like these guys have got them. Maybe the guy in the middle. But anyway, let's look at what the Swab Squad perfected during their fight to combat the pandemic.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. Know you want this yummy.
And there it was, and that took so much time to perfect. And I've never heard the song before, Level Up, but just listening to the intro, it does sound like a lyrical masterpiece that is going to be profound and thought-provoking beyond imagination. Probably one of those songs that just speaks personally to you. Level up, level up, level up. This sounds so yummy, fantastic. Must have been in the studio for hours and days, coming up with those lyrics, but possibly not as many hours and days and minutes put into perfecting that little dance routine by the Swab Squad there. But that is just one example. We can go on. The video received high praise from Janet Jackson of the people, and she does like to dance, little Janet Jackson. So getting praise from her, that must make it all the more wild. I don't know how much more flattened the curve is going to be as a result of these little viral dances, but let's go back and see some more. The NHS staff performing and this is Britain, The Guardian, look, and they're performing dance moves to keep morale high. And there you go, look at them, whole bunch of them there, look, dancing away in their little scrubs. How many of them are there? There's quite a lot of staff, it seems, in these pictures. And here we go. The NHS staff performing the TikTok dance routines to keep morale high and flattening the curve. Do they look 6 feet apart? Maybe they do. They might have made the conscious effort there. Hard to say, depth perception and all. But the other thing is, where are all the victims and patients? I mean, I know this is like what looks like to be a corridor, but if you've ever been in a hospital in the United Kingdom and been subjected to the NHS scrutiny, then you may have seen beds in stretchers and gurneys and stuff in the hallways as people are waiting for overcrowded rooms. And remember, we are being overwhelmed with the amount of COVID patients that are turning up to these hospitals. So it's a little bit surprising to see, such space in empty corridors and so many members of staff that can take the time away from this overwhelming frontline. These are the frontline workers, as we say each and every night in the United Kingdom at 8 p.m. People go out on their doorsteps to applaud these people who somehow have got time in the overwhelming amount of patients that they're having to treat for COVID to take the TikTok challenge to another level. Staff treating COVID patients at hospital in Leeds got over 50,000 views for a TikTok dance. Should we see if we can see this one? Let's see if they got a video. We don't need to read it. It's the same fucking narrative from the thing that they're just doing it to lift morale and help with mental health. Okie dokie. So here's the video. Are they going to let us play it? So there you go. That was a little dance routine. And again, guys, this isn't something that they just threw together in a couple of minutes. They practiced on this. They worked it out. They probably did multiple takes. They're not like me, shit video predictions, shit video productions, press record and hope for the best. They probably removed and deleted hundreds of copies before they got the one that was just right. So really and truly, where are they getting the time in their day to perfect these dance moves for their TikTok challenges? If we are to believe what the mainstream media are telling us, that they're overwhelmed. Some of you may have caught a couple of my walkabout videos where I went to the hospitals in part of the hashtag Film Your Hospitals campaign, and we saw pretty much quiet, empty, almost deserted hospitals here. Now I know that people have, they've issued no visitors are allowed, so maybe that's a reason they're not so busy. That some of the people that you would see going in and out of hospitals may be just there to visit, not necessarily patients. But we don't seem to see, or I certainly didn't seem to see, any of the evidence that maybe there is a pandemic going on, that there are hundreds and thousands of people that are suffering for this, that are being dragged in and need intensive care, surgery and ventilators and such forth, that we're being led to believe. And, is this an extinction level pandemic, or is this just something being blown completely out of proportion? Is it a psychological operation being used to maintain more power and push us towards a single world government, a cashless society, a chip and pin? Everybody's tracked. Non-essential people have to go and live out in small shipping container mini homes. And here we see again more and more visit. 6 days ago, Philly nurses. These nurses are leveling up in moves to this Sierra's dance hit challenge. Maybe there's something in the song. There's this guy again. It's a welcome relief from the COVID pandemic, Let's just let a few people suffer while we go and get our game on. Look how happy he is. Now, does this look like the face of an overworked, stressed out healthcare worker who's seen hundreds and thousands of victims, possibly in the last stages of their life, dying from this COVID-19? Or does he look as though maybe he's, put on his best face, got the best filter out, got the smile, made sure his teeth are nice and white, plucked his eyebrows, got his scrubs plunge line just at the right amount so you can see a little bit of chest in his necklace underneath, or what? I mean, I don't know. Dr. Jason Campbell, I don't know if that is the guy, has taken the internet by storm with clips of him and colleagues doing the Corona foot shake and other dance moves. And this guy's from Los Angeles, maybe? I don't know. But is he a shillop? What is the deal? Here we go. Let's watch their little video here.
Yeah. Okay. Work. Do you work out? Get loose. Get loose. Okay. Yeah. I thought you could never get loose. I thought you could never get loose. I thought you could never get loose. Get loose. Get loose. I thought you could never get loose. I thought you could never get loose. What? I thought you could never get loose. Get loose. Get loose.
There you go. Wonderful. I mean, I've got to thank them for their contributions to humanity's efforts here in trying to flatten the curve. And you've got to say that the curve has to be that much more flatter as a result. And there's the video we just seen. So there's multiple examples of this viral thing. And look, here's some people. They're in red scrubs, and the other ones were in blue scrubs. Let's look if this one's any different, because they're in red scrubs. Where was this one on? Oh, and wait, this doctor urges TikTok dancing colleagues to think twice before posting videos in PPE. Dr. Philip Lee, a geriatrician, that's for old age people, I think, asked how relatives of COVID-19 would feel about seeing NHS staff dancing in full PPE. No concern about them dancing and not tending to loved ones that may be suffering from this virus. If or not you believe there is a virus, is your own prerogative. But as I said, if you did have somebody that was in hospital suffering from from the COVID, I don't think that the nurses dancing in the PPE would be a concern. It'd be the fact that they were actually dancing and not maybe paying attention to the patients maybe not doing their job. I mean, I don't know if or not, if you were to, and any other circumstances, if nurses just sort of stopped taking care of their patients to dance for TikTok challenge videos, could this be not construed as a act of negligence, gross misconduct? I'm pretty sure that you're not really allowed to be videoing in wards of hospitals as they are here, and possibly when you're on the clock and you're being paid. Props dancing around for social media videos isn't the best way to spend your time. I don't know, guys. Maybe I'm just alone in thinking that. It's a little bit strange, but I'm pretty certain that it would go against some employee protocol. And this is what's saying. A number of dance videos of the NHS are going around performing popular TikTok dance routines to boost team morale, encourage the poet. How is it encouraging the public to stay home? Listen, guys, just stay home. If you stay home, we'll make more TikTok challenge videos for you. We'll forget about the patients. We'll just perfect the moves. Stay home. What fuck don't you understand about stay home? If we have to make more videos for you to stay home, we will. We're flattening the curve. Our viral dance moves are flattening the curve. What don't you understand? And it just seems nonsensical and absolutely ludicrous to me that if we are led to believe that any of this is true, if we are in a fucking extinction level pandemic, this coronavirus is going to get us all, we're all infected, we're all the walking dead, there aren't enough ventilators, there aren't enough masks, staff are overwhelmed, then how come so many of these people around the world that work in hospitals, are healthcare frontline workers, are finding the time to perfect dance moves for viral TikTok dance challenges? Please, guys, give me some input in the comments below, and give me some insight as to how this is a help. And we can go on to the next page, and there's even more of them everywhere. Dancing together, the hashtag. Telethon and 7 West Medium launch isolation dance challenges. Missouri nurses get their dance moves. Doctors and nurses are finding joy in the crisis. Now, I'm not sure. Let's just put ourselves in World War One and some of those poor young men that got sent to the front lines in the trenches. That was a very stressful time in situation for anybody to be in. And I'm pretty sure during that time, guys, listen, I know the Germans are shooting us. There's mustard gas in tanks and stuff, but let's just put our guns down and do a little bit of dancing for a few minutes. Let's do a routine that'll lift morale, and then we can go back to the shooting the guns. I don't think it would happen, and we're being led to believe that we are in an apocalyptic pandemic that is overwhelming healthcare workers in hospitals that weren't prepared, didn't see this coming, but they can take all this time. And there's another one from a different one. Chester NHS. That's again from the United Kingdom. So around the world, all of these nurses and doctors can find the time to perfect this. But at the same time, we're being led to believe that they are overwhelmed, don't have enough masks, don't have enough PPE, don't have enough ventilators. But nearly all of them in these videos seem to be wearing some kind of mask or protective equipment. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. And here you go, the videos. We can see how health carers are treating coronavirus. Find joy, social media. Nurse Kate Baker brings joy. How CAFers cheer up the quarantine and relieve stress. These nurses are leveling up the moves. NHS staff performing TikTok routines to keep the morale high. VCU nurses show off dance moves. TikTok doctors make millions smile. So what's this all about, guys? I could go on and on and on to the bottom of the list here of the amount of people, and there's another one, like a doctor, some more people. Everywhere you look, doctors, nurses, TikTok challenges. But we're led to believe they're overwhelmed, don't got enough equipment to treat the victims and patients of the COVID-19. Some of them are having to bring in refrigerated containers to ship out the bodies. There's not enough room in the morgue for the amount of bodies that are dying, but there's plenty of time in empty wards, in ward space, to conduct these little dance routines and practice and perfect them. So guys, thoughts below. Let me know what you think about all these dancing doctors and nurses and the TikToks challenges, or is there just some part of it I'm not understanding and not seeing that this is somehow going out of the way to flatten the curve? Thanks for watching, guys. This is, as always, a shit video production. This is TSP TV. See you in the next one. Until then, keep it thrifty and stay away from TikTok dance challenges.